Hola, Bafetu. Okay, I'm back again. Really, so this time what we'll be doing, I'll be showing you guys how to sort of incorporate a speech into a track yako. And I'll be using the track. I'm sure most of you have already heard, well, have heard some part of it anyways, because I used the same exact project kula tutorial where I was talking about complementary melodies. So, but now this time I'll be focusing more on the vocal part of the track and the tips that I use, the tricks that I use, and why I did this, why I did that. Yabo. So what I want you guys to learn is that like you gotta learn a lot of things and then know how to use them well. Like all the tools that I'm giving you, like make sure you use them well. Okay, let's get on to the project. Yeah. So let me play it here.
Don't drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't.
Yeah, that's the project. So what I should like tell you more about the project, the vocal is actually a speech from Charlie Chaplin. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but it's okay. It's written here. Charlie Chaplin speech from The Great Dictator. So that's why I titled like track bar with The Great Dictator, because it's actually from a movie, if I may call it that, by Charlie Chaplin. Charlie Chaplin is a all-time comedian. So this was his speech, kula movie, about how the world should be or supposed to be. Yeah. So the first thing that I did up. Okay, I extracted the way go YouTube. After I did the extraction, I then like recorded it go virtual DJ. No, I actually got it like here. I got it njengobunjalo bayo. And one other thing, I was not even going to use this vocal because I was actually going to use the senior speech from who's this guy from Ric Flair. I was going to use the senior speech Ric Flair on this type of beat. Anyways, I had like done it part Yona. Yet it wasn't going my way. I'll tell you why on this video. So this is the vocal. Okay, let me open these plugins here. How I processed the vocal. Yeah. I can and so there's a high pass. This is an EQ, like the EQ everyone knows. So a high pass filter, I just remove as frequencies says answer. Because I was never going to get like the full authentic audio, so I had to like use the effects and stuff to kind of like make it work, because it's extracted from a video anyways. So first things first,
Greed has poisoned men's souls.
okay, let me just remove all the effects at first. So
Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate.
So that's how it sounds actually, like with the raw type of audio. You can see there are crackles and the volume is a bit down, and there's barely any low frequencies anyway, so it wasn't really that much for me to do. So the first one, I just remove the lower frequencies.
Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed.
From up, I added a limiter. The limiter, I used it for a compression because there are these parts kule vocal whereby lomchita like yabaselega. Like
Treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder.
So the trick here is that this part, if you notice it, the volume will be very, very much louder than the original part. Like the original part, or like the part on the beginning. So what we do we try to compress the part whereby it gets loud, so that there'll be like more of a uniform type of volume towards the whole audio, like from the start to the end. So that's why I added compression there. And then I added delay.
Treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men.
You can hear delay. Yeah, it's a ping pong effect corner there, and it's not that much because I decreased delay. I put it around 30%, as you can see. So I was sure that if I add like a lot of delay, it will obviously overshadow, overcloud the original vocal itself. So you must always be careful with delay here. There mustn't be too much of a delay. And then last but not least, I added a reverb also.
Treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men.
So now the vocal is very, very bright point because of la reverb nala delay. And also I think I went around 70% clean. Yeah, that's it for vocal processing, but that's not the actual point of the video. But okay, so what I want to talk about, if you listen to Lumchita clear point till this point, yeah. So play up.
I'm sorry.
Yambona usegla level ba usarelaxile, if I may put it that way. He's more chilled at that point with speech sakhe.
Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind.
So at that point yambona ba like we are ebaseleka. I don't know how to explain it, but we are ebaseleka, and then I don't know. Okay.
Millions of despairing men, women and little children.
So that's the trick. That's why I loved Leeway, because it would work well with my track. But I was going to do was that since this guy starts very chilled, I'm going to start my track very chilled also. I won't like do a lot of things, and as the vocal part progresses, I'll also build up with it. And then when he gets to the point delay, angcola gqithi atofuna nolila.
Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men.
You see that point? That's where I was also sure that's where I was gonna go in with my track. So the vocal like I compliment again with beat like easily. Everything like blends well because if feeling is the same throughout beat ne vocal, and that's what most of people like with tracks zabo, especially when they use vocals. Uzokwenza vocal track ibe kwi-pace one, ibe chilled, even if the vocalist is like way up kula point, volume yakho inyusile and feeling yakhe it's on top, but the beat will be very low. So machita, that doesn't work. Always make sure you use both of those away. So let me give you context evakalayo. So at this point nazi ways
and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us.
Simple at that point, the progression.
Power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes.
So at that point, that's when Charlie Chaplin gets to be on top of the vocal.
Who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts.
And that's also when I get to go in nala change in progression with la bass, piano yam, and everything else. Ne bass yam like change at that point.
Who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men.
Aibo. Ayifogeti ke hake. Bolala bra. Bolala. So otherwise, like, okay, these are my effects. Let me at this point. So what I would have loved more kule vocal, yabona, like kule kwesi speech. Okay, kwesi speech. I would have loved it to be a bit longer, and not even just a bit longer. I would have loved like the same type of guy would like go back to the way like intensity yakhe goes back to the initial one, whereby uyaphinda abe chilled a bit, ne. So after aphinda abe chilled, aphinda futhi abaseleke, so that I yabo. So that was what I was gonna do. I was going to like sort of go back to the initial progression after he gets chilled. Let's say this part also is there, apaphole corner, and then aphinda abaseleke after I bring back la progression. It would have been a perfect track for me, but yeah, it's still dope. I love the track a lot because of everything that I managed to put in. So secondly, let me not say secondly because I've been talking a lot. Any into I want to focus on is the timing. The timing is very, very important, but I didn't struggle a lot in a lap. So you can see upper the vocal has been cut. Upper there was something that happened. Upper it has been cut auto and moved. And what else? Even there I cut it. So mind you, when I got the speech, it was like a continuous audio clip. So the reason why I cut the way is because of EPTM. I always have to make sure, okay, let me just play it drums and try to explain the way, but I'm not sure if it will make sense, guys. If you don't understand it, don't kill me. And the others now. So I want to play the part. Let me play it drums sort of. Okay, those are my drums. Like, I want you guys to first get used and feel the rhythm drums, and then once I get to explain the vocal, it will make sense. You been all vocal.
Will return to the people, and so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers.
Yeah, bo? Exactly the point whereby I cut it. If you notice this guy, Uti, soldiers, exactly quick beat, yeah, bo? So that's why I had to like make sure about the timing. Let's say, for example, let me put this exactly as it was, because I'm sure lay be up, lay clean down. Lay clean down. Lay clean down, yeah. So it was something exactly like that. So if
soldiers don't,
yabo, like rhythm, the timing is not like perfectly on, if I may put it that way. It's still making sense, it's still good, but it is a lot better when Uchali artist soldiers exactly on the beat. Yeah, gone. So okay, let me go back to where that was. If I okay, nalapa.
Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle.
Okay, that's why I had to like make sure about the timing. Always make sure about the timing yakho track, like timing your vocal. Vocal mustn't be off the beat. Yonke way must be in sync and work well together. So yeah, bafethu, that is, I think that is it. Seniors, anyways, let's track. Okay, guys, I know most of you guys probably want the track. Don't have the track. I've been saying this a lot. I've been selling it as quick package, including Test of Times and other 2 tracks, but it's like 4 tracks for 100 rands, this one included. So also I think I'm going to include the project also. I'm going to like sell the project also, but now it will be a lot more expensive than the actual track for you guys to do whatever. You can remix, you can edit and come up with your own track. I don't give a but just if you are interested, cool project as it is, as the track is complete, the links will be in the description for sure. But danky.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be